have a letter for you from Mr. Rufus. He told me to deliver it right away.
Ah, thanks, Kana. I wonder what it's about. Let's see here. As part of the development project, I have invited a wholesale store owner from Arland. So... Ooh, a wholesale store. I wonder what kind of stuff they sell there. I should go check it out.
So that's the basic outline. Do you have any questions, Miss Pamela?
Nope. The Chims will be doing all the work anyway.
If you need anything else, feel free to come see me again. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I'm exhausted from sitting in that carriage for so long. Even Ghost can be dead tired.
Well then, Miss Pamela, I should be going.
Oh, Peter, are you still afraid of me? Well, thank you for bringing me. Have a safe trip back.
Well, it'd be a waste to just head straight back to Arland. I should take in the sights first.
So, today's the grand opening of Pamela's store. Let's get physical. But before we begin, let's take a little break. Life is too short to rush through.
Hello? I'm here to... Whoa! Who are you, little one? So cute!
Welcome to Pamela's Wholesale Store. I'm Pamela. Nice to meet you.
So, again, this is Pamela Ibis, who is going to be the wholesale store owner, and she's the next new character that has moved to Arles.
And you too! Wait, huh? Miss Pamela, are you floating? And you seem a bit transparent.
Well, yes, of course. I mean, I am a ghost. Oh, is this your first supernatural encounter?
Of course she's a ghost. Boy, people from the city sure are amazing. Also...
Huh, these are my Chims. They'll be helping me out here.
And the Chims are tiny little homunculus, which are basically tiny little people that have actually been created through alchemy, so they're pretty interesting little characters.
They're adorable! Nice to meet you, Chims.
So, you must be Meruru. Your butler told me about you.
Huh? How did you know it was me?
I can tell by how you dress. I've seen my fair share of alchemists before. I also heard you're Totori's apprentice. So, what does an apprenticeship entail? You do chores for the master, or just suffer through her training?
Huh? No, nothing like that. If anything, Miss Totori looks after me.
Oh, I see. It sounds like you really enjoy it. I want an apprentice too! Oh, I know! Meruru, why don't you become my apprentice?
What? But I don't really know that much about ghosts.
Don't worry, I'll teach you everything. It'll be a blast! Gliding through walls, strolling through the sky.
That does sound fun, but I don't think I'd be able to keep up. And, I mean, I have to keep training as an alchemist. Anyway, Miss Pamela, can you tell me more about your store?
Okay, sure. Let me give you a quick overview. So,
Yes, enough with the banter. Tell us about the wholesale store. It's a unique store and is different from other stores. It sells items that have been synthesized by the little chims. You can register items that Meruru has made and then have the chims make them for you. So instead of making an item yourself, you can pay someone else to make them for you, so it is an absolute huge asset if you want to save a bunch of time. Registered items will be available for purchase after a few days and will restock like at any other store. You can only register a few items at first, but as you develop, the number of items you can register will increase. There is a limit to the number of items you can register. If you reach it, just swap out an item you don't need. You don't have to pay to swap out items, and at first I do believe you can only have up to 5 items at once, so you get a very limited selection. Items listed from the beginning can be exchanged as well, so you can switch an item at any time basically. Choose which items to register according to your personal needs. Awesome! It's going to be majorly helpful.
I see. So if I register items I have trouble with, I won't have to make them myself anymore. Once they're registered, I can buy items that I use often, or that I need a lot of. It'll cost me money, but save me time. Yeah, that definitely sounds convenient.
right? The chims do all the work, so I just have to keep an eye on things. Come see us for things you use a lot or stuff that's a pain to make. Of course, it all comes at a price.
Okay, I'm sure I'll be coming by a lot.
Excellent! Then let me just say one more time. Thanks for attending Pamela's Wholesale Store Grand Opening!
Alright, so we can now visit Pamela's store. Probably an even friendlier ghost than Casper was. And you can now use her store on the list. And it's going to be right by the weapon shop. If you're in that neighborhood, feel free to go and visit both stores and pick up some supplies. I know last video I said that I was going to work on developing some of the stuff and making some items to deliver. However, I was completely out of MP. I had 0 MP, therefore I couldn't make any items. And when I rested for about 3 days, and then the cutscene happened with Pamela. So I didn't actually get anything done since the last video. And even looking at my list, there's a lot of stuff I can't make. So I think it's probably a better move on my part to go out, fight a couple of enemies, collect a couple of things and gather, and then come back and make some items, because I'm running a little low on some of the supplies that I need at this moment. So let's start with that. And let's see if we can't get a little bit of adventuring done in this video. The academy is also finished, so we get a bonus on synthesized items. And 500 people population increase. And then Pamela's wholesale store has been added as well. So our map is starting to fill up quite a bit, which is pretty nice. Now let's take a look at which paths I have to develop. We need to go to Crescent Lake, Marsh Tree Road, and Headwater Forest, as well as the Hoary Tunnel, the Garden Ruins, and the Precipitous Pass. Now I think that I'll save the Southern Plateau for later. I do believe that these have the tougher enemies. It's probably a good idea to come over and start at Crescent Lake, so that we can pave the way to another new area that we're going to need to go to soon. It looks like there's also going to be some new items for us to grab as well that we haven't seen before. Glitter sand is a new item that we can use in some synthesis, as well as some tree roots, I do believe, is the other item that can be synthesized here, because we've already synthesized, or gathered, excuse me, cotton flowers in a different area. So some new materials, and they're all good quality with lots of traits, so I recommend picking some of those items up, but of course making sure you don't overload, because you want to make sure you have lots of room for other things as well. And these enemies are pretty tough, and right now I've just chosen to take out Toturi and Kana, but I would probably recommend taking out some stronger characters if you're at a lower level, like Mimi or Lias. Toturi's not too bad of a choice either, if you feel like you want to have her for some extra item usage. But at this point in the game, unless you're doing a New Game Plus and you've given Kana good equipment, I probably wouldn't take her along on a regular playthrough.
They don't see us. Now's our chance.
But because I have the luxury of choosing, it's kind of nice to show everybody what she can do at a higher level, because normally I would just bench Kana for the rest of the game, past the intro. But then she gets upset because I don't take her out in my party.
Let's keep it up.
So you gotta kind of cater to all of your party members, or they got all upset that you're not taking them out. So we've gone ahead and we've defeated the reptilians. There was only 2 of them on the map, so that was nice. We didn't even have to defeat 3 of them. Give us a little bit of a break there. And we're going to be going to Marsh Tree Road next. It looks like we're going to be fighting some prickly bunnies, but hopefully we can get some new items, because it looks like there's going to be some new items to gather in this area as well. We can pick up something burnt, venom glands, and chain webs. Now I'm going to need chain webs to make the alchemy lamps, so I want to make sure that I collect a bunch of those before I go, because that's going to help me when I get back to the workshop. I don't want to spend too much time out here, because I do have a lot of stuff that I need to synthesize. But it never hurts to go back with a full basket either, so then you don't have to worry about gathering supplies later on. And I usually have a tendency to kind of just pick up everything that I see a lot of the time, especially if I know it'll be really useful. I don't find the something burnt to be useful for a whole lot of anything that I can think of right now, but it can probably be used in a variety of different things, or used as a substitute if you're missing a certain item.
Be careful.
So it's completely up to you what you want to pick up. If your basket's getting a little full, you might want to focus on items that you know you need right away, right at that moment.
Way to go, guys!
So I'm going to be level 25 soon, which is awesome. Getting lots of levels here. Fighting some new enemies and some old ones. This is probably a good level for people to be on a regular game as well. And once you've fixed Hagel's Forge, he may be able to make you some equipment, which I always recommend as well. I didn't upgrade my equipment a lot in my first playthrough, and once I started to upgrade them, I realized how much easier things were, because it was just a huge pain to try and defeat all these enemies and waste all these items, when really all I had to do is just upgrade my equipment. We defeated the bunnies, and I think we only have this path to clear out here to this new area. This is Headwaters Forest. And this area, now I'll admit that on my first playthrough, I got stuck on these enemies. The rocks and the tropical penguin especially is a really high damage causing enemy, and these enemies are going to start to have lots of HP, so just be very careful. I would say in a regular playthrough I'd probably start to really take leveling seriously if you're getting stuck at this point, because it's really vital to clear out this path, because we're going to need to go into this area of the map for some story stuff coming up very, very soon. So at some point you are going to have to clear these enemies out, but yeah, they're definitely tough. So if you're in this area and you're struggling with the penguins, then don't worry. I think myself and anyone I know that's played this game that lives in my house also had a problem with this when we played. But there's no shame in running away. If you run away, of course, you're going to have to redo the fights all over again, because the enemies are going to respawn, but it might be a good idea to fight one of them for a good taste of experience, and then to run away, you know, just so that you don't die, because that's the worst, is dying and having to go back to the Atelier and waste a bunch of days. Because you can always do other things with your time, like gather, or go back and synthesize something, so we're also running into lotuses, mineral drops, and rock rooms, which are all new items as well. So lots of new stuff for us to see today. I'm going to take care of this final enemy group, and then I'm going to call it a video. I do realize this video is getting a little bit long. However, this will be the third path we've had to clear out, and we should be able to see some new stuff when we clear out this path. Something that I need to go see Rufus for, so I'm going to pick up all of the drops. We've cleared out that path, got ourselves another 10 points. And we've now made it to this area, which is another question mark area, which is why I wanted to clear out that path. We're gonna go have to speak to Rufus about this. Oh, there's a forest further ahead with a river coming out of it. The water is so clean and clear. I don't know a place like this existed here. I should go ask Rufus for some more information. Alright. You'll get 30 points when you clear out Crescent Lake, the Marsh Tree Road, and Headwaters Forest. You'll also run into some new enemies, and you'll be able to get some more items for synthesis. And as soon as you clear out that area, you'll also be able to have a new place to tell Rufus about. So I think that is a pretty good amount of progress for the day. I'm going to go back to the Atelier, and hopefully I have some better luck with synthesizing some items. Alright, so I'm going to move some of my items to my container, some of the new stuff that I have gotten. And I'm going to hopefully get a little bit of work done off screen. Next time we will go visit Pamela, we'll go see Rufus, and hopefully I will have some more development stuff to do. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.